Hey Corrine, how's it going? You alright? So we are just 24 days away from the big one, from November 5th. And 24 in numbers comes to X. And X is the year of the change. X marks the spot. You've got all those cryptocurrencies, XRP, XLM. You've got X for Twitter. Twitter, as I've said a number of times, is 11.5, 115, and then they changed the name to X. But if you add them together, it comes to 139. So it's 11.5.24. That tells you which November 5th it is. And 139 also comes to transition, and it also comes to money exchange. And something happened this morning when I saw the newspaper headlines. So yesterday, if you were watching my video yesterday, do you remember I mentioned Elton John? So Elton John, I didn't know this, but it's been let out of the cat's out of the bag now that on two of the front of the newspapers today, Daily Star and another one, I think it might have been the Mirror or maybe the Express, I can't remember, but definitely the Daily Star is saying, I think the Daily Star is one of them, or the Sun. Anyway, there's 5 main tabloids and it's 2 of them. Hey everyone, and they say that Elton John doesn't know how long he's got left to live. He's age 77, which is an interesting number, important number, but he doesn't know how long he's got left to live. So that's an announcement. That's the announcement. But it's interesting how I spoke about him yesterday, and even when you're getting trolled, you're protected and the truth comes out. So so we'll watch that one. That will just another piece to the puzzle. So he's obviously done his deal because he's supporting President Trump right now. So goodbye Yellow Brick Road, you know. And the Wizard of Oz comes to 176, which comes to November the 5th. So there you go. Anyway, so Bob, are you in the chat? Porco, are you in the chat? There you go. Just as I say it, you pop up. See, that's the perfect synchronicity. So as I say Bob, Bob just pops in. He pops in immediately as I say the words of Bob there. Bob, are you there? So my good friend Bob put me on to something just in the last hour or so. And I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I've seen the highlights that Bob has sent me. So President Trump spoke in Reno yesterday. And Reno, Las Vegas comes to 138, comes to revaluation. What we'll know about Reno and about the quite a few that would do kind of newsletters each day and put in spec, and I after a while. Anyway, Reno Zim together. It's one. 68.53. So it's is and RENO 94 is ace of spades, 94 is John John. And if you get time stamp, it comes, hey Teresa, it comes to 196, and 196 comes to a phrase that I don't use often, but I've known it for a long time. 196 comes to on-demand liquidity. On-demand liquidity, yeah. So there you have it. And Nevada, if it's 47, plus RENO 52, be 99, like Bob has said, which is Patriot, which is Ascension, which is Judgment, depending on what side of the fence you are. And on-demand liquidity 196 comes to Patriot currency. So there you go, folks. Hold on to your hats. It's coming. It's coming. And then President Trump also said great values in RENO, and he said that on 48 seconds and 48 minutes 58 seconds. 58 is Ivanka. It's also Nasara, and 48 is Tom. Add those together as 106 on protection, and I spoke about that on my other video on locals yesterday, and reminding you all about protection. But protection is prophecy. Protection is the word platinum, and it's also red pilling. But if you do great values, which is 80, which is Spencer, which is also tither as well. So I am a reverse tither, is also 196 in the numbers, which is on-demand liquidity. And the scripture that I've always been talking about, Malachi 3:10. Malachi, if I remember rightly, is 47, which is also Nevada. I'm sure, Bob, do the numbers. I'm sure Malachi is 47, which is Nevada. And Malachi 3:10, the 310th day of the year is November 5th. 310 is the quantum financial system. But in there it talks about tithing as well, about giving a portion to everyone, etc., and being blessed by the Lord, by God. So it's all coming. It's all coming. Nice one, Bob. Yeah, Malachi 47. So 47 is Nevada. To check for us on Nevada, Bob. It's 47, I'm sure it is. So you can see how all this comes around, you see. And Bob says as well in that same video, he talks about top of him being, or someone being the top of their game, and that's the subtitle of my Tom Numbers show. It's on my Twitter. So there you go. It all comes around. It all comes around. And there you go. Nevada 47. There you go, Bob. Awesome. So yeah. So when you do great values, great is Nasara. Just Sara 51. And then values is 80. In is 23. I am. RENO is 52. Heart. Earth. But when you add all that together, plus the timestamp of 106, which is 48, 58, add them together, it comes to 312, which is the day before 313. Well, it's the number before 313. 313 is lift the veil from your eyes. It's reference to the Trump painting, which is Donald J. Trump, the visionary. But 312, if you do that, you get Donald Trump 138 revaluation, and the remaining number is 174, which is currency exchange, which is the number that President Trump came down the escalator on that day on 16th of June 2015. Yeah. and if I remember rightly, June 16th, I think, comes to 174 as well. But 174 also comes to real Donald Trump. So revaluation 138 plus currency exchange comes to 312. And then President Trump talks about we've got a variety of values. So anyway, and the thing as well about the revaluation, because some people are more in a position to do things like that than others. But President Trump has said the revaluation will be a level playing field. And he says that's the only way people can compete. Excuse me. We've got 132 in the chat. JFK JR is alive. Princess Diana 132. Bridge Street 132. And a large number as well, 132. And the Visionary 132. Well, Visionary, sorry, is a 132. The Visionary is 165, which is other physics, which is resurrection. But he said it before about a level playing field, and saying that's the only way people can compete. Level playing field is 176, which is November the 5th. So it's the day of all days. But the revaluation, the way I look at it, is we're going to be blessed tremendously above our wildest dreams. If we're meek, if we're pure in heart. Meek is strong, not weak. That's a Kabbalah concept. Meek are the pure-hearted that stand up for the truth of others and themselves and their families and loved ones, and for humanity. But the scripture says the meek shall inherit the earth. And I guess anyone else that isn't meek, isn't of God, then they're not really going to be able to subsist and stay. But in that first-class society, that celestial society, that millennial society, well, there will be celestial. Maybe there'll be a jump after the millennium. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be off the charts. But that type of society, that class of society, everyone will have, in my opinion, I believe it will be a level playing field in terms of value, but also in terms of access to resources and money and everything. And it will be fair. It will be balanced. It will be for everyone. It's like the air. We all share the same air, and we don't hoard it. They haven't got to that point. Bob has so much more. There you go. 177, top of your game. 177. Anyway, so everyone does their best, and if you're meek, if you're one of the patriots, if you're one of God's warriors, you'll all be fine, more than fine. So I just wanted to let you know that. So don't fret. Everyone will be blessed with a wonderful portion as they need and desire. Put it this way, there'll never not be enough for anyone that you want. Okay. And it's interesting, yesterday or the day before, I was talking about Hurricane Milton, Florida, and that comes to 245. 245 comes to currency revaluation, and it comes to my full name, interesting enough. Thomas Sidney Bushnell is 245. The pure love of Christ, 245. Currency exchange, 245. And my name, Tom, is 48 Zim. You can't make this stuff up, people. So, anyway, I wanted to leave that message with you. It's wonderful to see you all again. And we're just 24 days away, which is literally 3.5 weeks away now. 3.5 weeks away. Can you believe it? And what was the other one? Oh, yeah. So if you say great values in Reno, that's 206, I believe. Bob, do you want to do that? Great values with the S in Reno, I believe, is 206. And 206 comes to quantum physics. And it also comes to shungite and orgonite. So you've got shungite and orgonite, which is there. And click the links below. Get on the free Substack. On my email list, Substack is... there's going to be a big announcement next week. So if you want to get that first, stay tuned. And also, people are loving all the activation products, all the health and nutrition. So anyway, all right, everyone. God bless, much love, and I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll be only 23 days away, which comes to the word in. President Trump said, values in Reno. All right, take care, bye.